In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to figure out which hashtags are good for your business. Now, this is an advanced tutorial, so if you're looking for ways to grow your Instagram base and get more fans, get more followers and whatnot, you are in the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you a step-by-step on how to figure out which hashtags is a good fit for you. Let's go. So we have a lot to cover in this video, so let's just dive right in. When I first started with Instagram, I was trying to figure out this piece, like how do I figure out the hashtags and the follows and the pictures and whatnot. So what I'm going to show you today is based on all the research that I've done in order to expand the visibility of the Instagram accounts for my client and myself. Hashtag is a big part of this, and a lot of people that I see out there are not doing it right. Like they're making up hashtags and they're not doing the research. So let's just dive right in. I'm going to show you what I do for myself and my clients. So step number one, you need a pad and a pen. You're going to need to write some stuff down. Not what I'm saying, but what you're going to uncover. Like when you're doing Instagram research, you just need to write this down. All right, so today I'm going to use frameworks, and I'm going to do it on the desktop. Now, obviously, some of you may use your phone to do the research, and it's the same thing. There's a little button at the bottom that says search. You just click on that, and you're going to do it on your phone, or you do it on the desktop. I prefer to do it on the desktop because it's a little bit easier and whatnot. So step one, inside of really the first step is you need to know what your keywords are. What is the core of what you do, and then you go in the search box, and I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to first start with hashtags because this is about hashtag, and I'm going to be putting, for them, there are custom framing shops, but let me put framing because I want you to see the result here. So I'm tapping framing, and what it's telling me right there is that there are 350,000 posts that have the word framing. Isn't that interesting? So let's just click on that because that is very interesting. And I have done this before, so I already know the results. But the first thing I'm seeing here, and I'm saying, I have the first one, which is framing. The second one, which actually is house framing, and this is probably like columns framing inside of a large architectural. You can recognize the Lincoln Monument. Here is more construction framing, and here is something about framing and holding a house. And if you scroll down, you can see that there is some framing, but a lot of it is about construction. So it's like, would framing be a good hashtag for framework? And the answer is probably not. Really, probably not, because it looks like more than half of it is something other than what they do. So I'm going to go to the next one. Let me look at, for example, art, because I know a lot of things that they do has to do with art. And look at that. I have 270 million posts around art. Well, let's just go and take a look at that. Now, as you can see, so what's really important is to pay attention to what comes up when you're putting a hashtag. And right now I can see something that is mildly inappropriate inside of art. I don't know what this girl's booty has to do with art, but obviously someone thought it was artistic. And that's really depends. You may think it's artistic, but I don't. But you have a lot of art, and it doesn't look like it's a good fit for them because it's just a whole bunch of stuff. There's just some different stuff. So let's just put back art. And what's really important here is that you can see that Instagram is giving you suggestions with art. So you have art, artists, and it tells you underneath how many followers or how many posts are actually posted there. Artwork, 36 million. That's interesting. So here I got some booty thing, but it looks a little bit more appropriate here. Would that be a good fit for frameworks to be posting their art inside of that medium. And it looks like, yeah, that would be a good fit. I mean, it's artistic and there's all kinds of stuff. So, and obviously you can look, it says load more, so you can click and you can look at, 40 and 50. That would be my recommendation, is just use the search to pinpoint something that is interesting to you and kind of look at it in context of, is this a good fit for my brand? Would I like to have my brand associated with the types of posts that are in there? And are my customers likely to be looking at that? That is really the question you need to ask yourself. Okay, so here's what I've done. I have done a little bit of research and I looked at several hashtags, for Frameworks Miami and see what would be a good fit. So the first one I found is framing art, which actually is interesting. It only has 1,100 posts, but I think it's a great fit because I see things. I mean, I see some framing here of construction, but most of everything I see is really a good fit. It's really about what they do. A lot of framing art and whatnot. So that's, I think, is interesting. The second one, which actually I reversed it, it's art framing. So it's the other way around. It's 2,100 posts. And as you can see, everything there is consistent. It's a good fit for what they're about. It's a good brand association. Now, one of the things that they do in their shop is custom printing or custom printing art. But the first thing I did is I looked at custom printing and take a look at that. It's completely a mismatch. It doesn't fit at all. Everything there is about printing junk on the back of telephones. Not a good fit at all. So custom printing would not be a good fit at all. So I'm going to take that out. Then I looked at art printing, and then I'm seeing that, and I'm seeing everything is about printing art, and I'm seeing a lot of things that is consistent with their brand. Perfect, that would be a good fit. Let me look at custom framing, see if custom framing is a good fit. And I'm seeing a little bit of weird stuff here, but then overall, what I'm seeing on that page is everything is about custom framing. Overall, it's really consistent with their brand. So those would be the 4 hashtags that I'd be using for them on a regular basis, which is basically categorize their brand with that type of work. So if someone's looking for something there, they're going to find them, and that's really what's important. Now, the third thing I do is I actually go and look at a client's website, and I go and take a look at the latest post of what they had, and you can see that they had some beautiful frames and all kinds of stuff done, and they share some of the work that their employees are doing and some of the training they're having. So it's really diverse, it's interesting, it has all kinds of stuff, which is great because it's not all about the frames. It's various things about the company. So that I find that very interesting. But let me take a look at this one, right? It's like it's a job that they've done of 3 frames put together and whatnot. So obviously they have custom framing, which that is good. And then they have limitless possibilities. They have Coconut Grove, they have Commodore Plaza, and they have large format printing. So that actually is very interesting. So let me explain to you what those are. Limitless possibilities is actually a slogan for the company. So they're using that. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm actually clicking on it. And when I click on it, then I can see all the posts, 10,431 of them that are associated with that. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying, is that a good fit? Does that make sense? Right? I'm seeing all kinds of stuff, and since it's a slogan, I don't think that that's bad. I just say, yeah, you can continue to do limitless possibilities. It doesn't look like it's hurting you. It's about, unlimited possibilities. So that's the type of stuff I would say, okay, this one is fine. I would say it's keeping it. I don't know in what way that is going to help you develop your brand, but I don't know that it would hurt you either. So that's that. Now, the next one is Coconut Grove. So obviously the frame shop, Frameworks Miami has 2 shops. They have one in Valmar, which is in Miami off of 826, if you know Miami. They have another one in Coconut Grove, so they have 2 different locations. So they have a hashtag Coconut Grove, which is a destination. It's a place in Miami. and take a look at that. So I'm getting a lot of food here. I'm getting some exercise, and I'm getting, again, I'm getting the booties and all this thing. Miracle Mile, which actually is not in Coconut Grove. So then the question would be like, is this a good fit for Coconut Grove? I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and let me open up a new one here, and let me put Miami instead. And Miami's got 30 million posts, as opposed to Coconut Grove that has 350,000. So let me look at Miami, and I got 39 million posts, and I get a little bit of everything, and and girls and fast cars and whatnot. So you see what I mean by that? It's like you're looking at the city and says, does that make sense? Does me associated with that hashtag makes any sense for my brand? You decide for yourself, but that's really how you go about it. We could make the case that yes, it's a good fit, or no, it just really makes no sense. And I would go with that. The next one is Commodore Plaza, which is where one of where actually the other location is, and 217 posts, and it looks like it's all of their posts. So they are the only one. So it seems like really most of everything. Yeah, actually, I'm seeing like everything there is 100% frameworks. Actually, Commodore Plaza, it's their physical location. So they're basically owning that, and it could be something. But what you need to know is that there's not a lot of people looking for Commodore Plaza. The advantage for you as a brand or as a company is that if you create one like that, it would be easy for you to find all the pictures that you've ever posted under that hashtag. Whether someone else out there is looking for that, I don't know. Would that create any kind of traction ever? I don't know. My hunch would be no, probably not. And large format printing. So let's go take a look at that, which is the last one. That is interesting. 28,000 posts. And everything I am seeing there, again, is really, really a great fit for what they're doing with the art printing, because they can print on things that are 68 inches wide, I believe, to infinity, like literally infinity. They can print like, you need a banner that's like, 100 feet long. They can do that. So roll. So that would be great. And they print art, and they print all kinds of stuff, and they can print on aluminum, on wood, all kinds of stuff. So this is a good fit for them. That would be the next hashtag. Now, that would be the search around hashtags and why you're picking hashtags for your company. Okay, and then the final thing. I see people that are overdoing it with hashtags. Like they have way too many hashtags, and you've probably seen these posts where they have 20 or 30 hashtags. They're doing it for the purposes of trying to put their post in as many places as possible. But I don't think it's a good idea. I just think it looks sloppy. I think it looks desperate. I just don't. I think it looks spammy. That would be the other thing. So, what I would say is, 4 or 5 hashtags would be the maximum. And I would make sure that they are consistent with what you are trying to do. Which means that if you're trying to hashtag so many things that are really not consistent, like let me take the case example of, the beautiful girls from the behind, I will say. Does that make any sense for that hashtag? The answer, it doesn't. She just wanted, or whoever posted that just wanted to basically spam that channel in order to put their content, and it just doesn't make you look good, in my opinion. This is not about spamming and trying to, impose yourself on other people. It's just trying to be consistent. This is the channel that we fit in. So that would be my recommendation. 4 or 5 hashtags maximum. Do good amount of research and put them where it's appropriate. Now, here is the final thing I want to leave you with, because I don't think that enough people are leveraging Instagram. See, what the vast majority of people, they're just putting their pictures, they're putting hashtags, and then they're moving on. But they're not getting involved with Instagram and actually interacting with the possibilities that's there. So let me give you a couple of things that I would be doing. I would put a hashtag like for example, large format printing with 28,000 posts. And I would be looking at those pictures and especially who these guys are. So let me just first take a look at this one here. Let me look at this guy or this lady. 127 likes on this picture, which actually is pretty darn good. But I would look at Kelly Dixon _art. Let me go and take a look at her page. She's got 591 followers. She's actually got a website. She does some artwork. You can see that there is thing. I think there is an opportunity to reaching out to her. I think there is an opportunity to say, hey, I really like the type of art that you do. And there's a way to interact. So that would be one of the things that I would do with that. The next one is, let me take a look at this one. 180 likes and 14 comments. Well, that's pretty darn good. So let's look at that. See, I'm saying I have some, I have a lot of, actually it's the same person that actually is tagging people. But let's go and take a look at Nicholas Hugh here. And he's got 2,195 followers. Now, if all you have is 400 or 500 followers, I think that that's a good connection for you. That's someone that's a little bit of a step above. Is only following 222 people. He's got a project here. I think there's an opportunity to engage here. Now, remember, this is business development. This guy may never buy a frame from you. It may never do anything, but that person knows other people, is within the same type of business. So, you know, there's an opportunity there for business development. This person needs to know that you're there, and there's a way to engage. How do you do that? Well, look at their post and engage with it. And say, you know, this is beautiful. I really enjoyed it. This is really inspiring, or this is great, or anything. Just say hi. You know, if you're going to say, don't ask for anything. Just engage. I think you need to do like 5 or 6 times, you know, engaging with someone and just basically complimenting them on thing. Now, okay, that does it for today. So if you like this video, please take a moment and like it. And if you could subscribe to my channel, that'd be awesome. I just put tutorial like you're seeing today. So hopefully it brings value to you. And I'd like to hear from you. If you have any comments or any questions, please put them right below in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. I'm going to monitor this on a daily basis, so I'll get back to you as fast as I can. And that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.